It was a chilly, breezy Saturday afternoon when Claire, a woman known for her sharp tongue and meddling ways, was doing what she did best, watching her neighbors. From her front porch in the suburban neighborhood of Oakwood, she observed a moving truck parked outside the house next door. Boxes were being unloaded by a young black man, casually dressed in jeans and a t-shirt. He appeared focused, carrying fragile boxes carefully. Claire's eyes narrowed. She'd been living in this quiet neighborhood for over a decade and had become accustomed to its certain unspoken rules. Everyone here knew each other, and no one was supposed to be new. Claire was quick to judge anyone who didn't fit the neighborhood's profile, especially those she considered to be transients, who didn't belong. She watched the man move with calculated efficiency and an unsettling calmness that she deemed suspicious. "Who's this?" she muttered to herself. "Not another one of them, moving in without even introducing themselves." Claire couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. Her suspicions flared. With a scowl, she grabbed her phone, dialed 911, and reported what she thought could be a break-in. "There's a man moving into a house on Elm Street, and I've never seen him before. He doesn't belong here. You might want to send someone to check it out," she told the dispatcher, her tone accusatory. Within minutes, 2 squad cars pulled up in front of the house, sirens blaring. The man, still carrying a box, looked up in confusion as the officers approached. Claire stood at her porch, arms crossed, a sense of self-righteousness radiating from her. The officers, with hands on their holsters, turned to the man. "Do you live here, sir?" "Yes, I do," the man replied calmly. "I'm David Thompson. I just bought the house." Claire's eyes widened, but she didn't back down. "I know the owners of that house, and I've never seen him before," she insisted. "He must be up to something." After a brief exchange and a look at his identification, the officers apologized and left, leaving Claire standing there, flustered. David stood his ground and, without acknowledging her, continued moving boxes inside. The following Monday, Claire arrived at her job at Crestview Financial Services with the same air of confidence and superiority. As a senior executive, she prided herself on her position and influence. It was the day a new executive was coming to lead their division. The anticipation in the office was palpable as employees speculated about the new boss. Claire, with her sharp business acumen, was determined to make a strong impression on the new leader. As the door to the conference room opened, Claire stood to greet the new boss, only to freeze in shock. It was David, the same man she had accused of being a criminal just days before. "Good morning, everyone," David said, stepping into the room with a commanding presence. "I'm David Thompson, your new regional director. I'm excited to work with all of you and lead this company to new heights." Claire's heart dropped as she took her seat, her face flushed with embarrassment. As the meeting proceeded, her mind raced. How could the same person she had accused of being a criminal now be her superior? The world felt smaller, and Claire's place in it felt a little less secure. After the meeting, David approached Claire. His eyes were cold but composed. "Claire, we need to talk." Her stomach churned as she followed him into his office. Once inside, David shut the door behind her. His gaze softened only slightly as he spoke. "I'm sure you know why I'm here," he began. "I know you had concerns about me when I first moved into the neighborhood, but what you did was completely unnecessary. I don't know what made you call the police, but I do know this. Assumptions based on someone's appearance can be dangerous." Claire opened her mouth to speak, but no words came out. The guilt weighed heavily on her. I didn't know," she stammered. "I thought you were a stranger. I didn't mean... I thought it was the right thing to do." David shook his head, not angry, but disappointed. "It wasn't. I understand, Claire, but it's a reminder of how easily assumptions can harm people, even unintentionally." Over the coming weeks, Claire worked hard to redeem herself, proving her worth in the office. But more importantly, she began to reflect on her actions. She realized that the assumptions she had made about David, based solely on his race and appearance, had blinded her to his humanity. She had let prejudice cloud her judgment, and in doing so had missed the opportunity to connect with a person who had far more to offer than she had realized. Don't forget to subscribe Story Time with Harry for more interesting stories. Thank you for watching.